Good morning. This is Paula from the Giodone Library, and today I'm doing a new program called STEAM Stories. And that is STEAM, that stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, Art, and Mathematics. So this is what I'm going to do every other week, is I'm going to read you a book that has, a picture book, that has something to do with the theme of that STEAM story. And then we're either going to do like an experiment, or make a STEAM craft, or something fun that I can show you how to do, which will have like anything that's in your home. You might have it, or just have to pick something up. Today, we are going to blow up a balloon using a bottle. But first, to read my story, I'm going to read Molly Who Flew Away, written and illustrated by Valerie Gorbachev. And I hope you can see that I've got balloons. This is a balloon story. Molly Who Flew Away. Molly loved when the big fair came to town, because all of her friends went to the fair too, and they could ride all the rides together. And there's little Molly, the little mouse. Molly's friend Rabbit loved to laugh. Molly loved to go into the funhouse with him. Molly's friend Goose was so adventurous. Molly was adventurous too. She loved to ride the merry-go-round with Goose. Molly's friend Frog was a real cowboy. Molly hopped right up behind Frog. They rode the ponies more than once. Molly's friend Pig loved puppet shows. When they discovered one at the fair, they sat through 2 shows together. Molly's friend Doug was so brave. He wasn't even afraid of riding the giant Ferris wheel. Molly felt so brave with Doug. They rode the wheel together, over and over. Then Molly remembered that her mother had given her some pocket change to buy herself some goodies. So she ran off to look for goodies to buy. "That's a nice jug," said Molly, "but I have one already." "I could buy a donut," she said to herself, "but it's too big for me to eat alone." "I could buy a game and play it with Rabbit and Goose." Suddenly, Molly saw some kids going by holding wonderful, colorful balloons. "I have a great idea," Molly said right out loud. "Colored balloons would make a great gift for my friends." So Molly ran over to the balloon salesman with her pocket change in hand. "Please, Mr. Balloon Man," she said, "I would like a pink balloon for my friend Pig, a green balloon for my friend Frog, a red polka dot balloon for my friend Rabbit. I know he loves the color red. An orange balloon for my friend Goose, a blue striped balloon for my friend Dog, and a yellow balloon for me," said Molly. Suddenly, Molly's legs started to lift right off the ground. "Where are you going, little one?" called the balloon man. "The balloons are carrying me away," cried Molly. "Help me! Save me! Somebody catch me!" But no one could. "I'm scared." Then she heard some voices shouting, "We'll catch you, Molly." It was all of her friends running after her. They ran through the meadow and over the river. They ran up the hill, and they caught her just as she was floating by. "What an incredible flight!" they cried. "Yes," said Molly, "but good thing I have so many friends, or I would still be flying." Then she happily gave each of them a balloon of just the right color, a pink one for pig, a green one for frog, a red polka dot for rabbit, an orange one for goose, a blue striped one for dog, and she saved the yellow balloon for herself. So that's the type of story that I'm going to read. Now we are going to blow up a balloon using a bottle. So first of all, you need an empty bottle. And you could have like a water bottle, a pop bottle, and then you also need some baking soda. I brought it in a baggie, and some vinegar. I have white vinegar, but you can use apple cider or any type of vinegar will work. Then you'll need some measuring cups, some measuring spoons. I'll tell you in a sec what size. You'll need some balloons and a funnel. Now, I didn't really have a funnel, so I made one. And all I did was take paper and roll it up into a cone, taped it, trimmed it all off, and I have my funnel that works really well. And so first of all, we want to fill the bottle with vinegar. And I am going to use the recipe that has a 1/3 cup of vinegar. So I'm pouring my vinegar. And what's nice about these measuring cups is they've got a little lip, so I don't need to use the funnel. I can just pour it in. And I'm going to wipe that off for later. Then I'm going to put in 2 teaspoons of baking soda into the balloon, not the bottle, the balloon. This is where I have to use my funnel. So I'm getting 1 teaspoon. And I'm going to put my funnel to the top and then pour that in. Ooh, went right down. And now I must have it exactly in the balloon right. My 2nd teaspoon. Then let me move that out of the way because I don't want to spill that. So here's my bottle filled with vinegar, 1/3 cup. Here's my balloon filled with 2 tablespoons of baking soda. And now I'm going to fit the balloon over the top of the bottle. It's actually pretty easy too. The first time I did it, I thought it was going to be kind of hard to do that, but it's easy. So there's the balloon hanging down because you want to be ready for this. Ready? I'm going to tote the balloon up, let the baking soda, here it goes. Look, ah, it's filling the balloon. Look at how nice it filled it. Really tall. So what is the science behind it? Why did that work? I bet you a lot of you know, don't you? Know why it works. Well, the baking soda is the base. The vinegar is the acid. And when you mix them, there's a chemical reaction that results in the formation of carbon dioxide gas. Now, they don't have a specific shape or volume. Instead, their particles rapidly move around at high speeds in all directions. So as that happens, the bottle gets all filled up. It has nowhere to go, the carbon dioxide, so it fills the balloon all up. So it blew up your balloon. That's a lot of fun. So the more gas that it creates, the larger the balloon, the larger it will inflate the balloon. Show you that again. So there's that one. I wanted to point that out because we're going to try more vinegar, more baking soda, and see if it does make a bigger balloon. So this time I am going to use a cup of vinegar into the bottle. This is a lot, or it looks like a lot to me. So I'm pouring the cup of vinegar into the bottle. I have that little lip, so I don't need to use the funnel for this part. Then I'm going to put the baking soda into a red balloon this time. Now I have to use the funnel. Stick the funnel in, and it's a 1/3 cup of baking soda. 1/3 cup of it. Get it all nice. This is a little trickier. I'm going to have to fill, and I squeeze my funnel. Fill a little bit, and I'm kind of pouring it a little bit on the table. Fill some more till we get it all in. I mean, this is a lot. This is a lot of baking soda. Ooh. I filled it up before, but that's okay. We didn't get quite 1/3 cup, but almost. So let's see what happens. I'm going to put the balloon over the lip of the bottle again. So there we have it. We're ready. Let's see what happens. In goes the baking soda. Oh, it's a lot. Oh, you know what's happening? I'm seeing the vinegar and the baking soda inside the balloon. So it is blowing the balloon a lot bigger, because there's the pink one. There's the one we did with a little bit. So it blew the balloon up a lot bigger. But see, if I let it go, it hangs that way because it's got baking soda and vinegar inside the balloon. So that one is kind of messy, but they're absolutely right. The more gas that is created, the larger the balloon inflated. So now you get to try these experiments, and you might want to try different measurements, different baking soda measurements and vinegar, and see which one will blow up the balloon really big, but not get the vinegar inside of the balloon. So it's got to be a little less. It has to be less than a cup of vinegar and less than a 1/3 cup of baking soda to do that. So this is what STEAM stories are about. Next week, we are closed because it is Labor Day. But the week after that, that's the 7th, Monday the 7th. Monday the 14th, I'll be back with another STEAM story. We'll try to make sun crystals then. And then the week after that, I will be back with my story time. So every other week will be STEAM stories like this, where we do an experiment that you can reproduce at home, or where we'll have a craft for you to do. And then the opposite weeks, I will do my story time. So thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed the balloon blowing up. I mean, the bottle blowing up the balloon.